So fans are really worried about the interior of the offensive line.
Yeah.
And because PFF put out a bunch of stuff about pressures and like all this other and all these other things. PFF, you have to take it with a grain of salt. It's not the end all be all, but it has good information. But we shouldn't be basing everything off of that, in my opinion. But is that really where we should be focused, the interior of the offensive line, or could it be another spot on the offensive line? What about
You
for
need
you?
a right tackle. You need a
Yes.
right tackle. Colton McKivitz is the swing tackle right now. McGlinchey is not practicing still. So if McGlinchey's not practicing by, I'd say, next Monday, really next Sunday, then that's going to be a clear indicator he's not playing week 1, which I don't think he's going to. I think week 2, week 3, that's when he'll be coming back. So you got to get that fixed because right now your tackles, I mean, Trent Williams, best in the game, period. But
Hmm.
Colton McKivitz on the right side, it's not bad, but it's not ideal. So that's problematic to say the least.
Do you think that they might stick Is there a chance they might stick Brunskill over there?
Well, he's still not practicing either. So his hamstring still has him out. So that's another
Yeah,
thing. And he hasn't taken snaps at tackle in 2.5 years. You got to go back
yeah,
to
that's
2019.
true.
So, yes, do I think he's the best right tackle that's not named Trent Williams or McGlinchey? Yes, I do. Will they do it? I don't think they will. I think they're going to keep him on the inside because that's what he's practiced for 2 years. He could play
That's
tackle,
true.
and I'd be happy, but he's injured and he can't get those snaps. He can't get those reps. So I don't think we're going to see it. It's going to be McGlinchey out there.
Yeah,
I mean, not McGlinchey. I'm sorry, McKivitz. I apologize.
yeah,
The
McKivitz.
wrong Irish name.
Yeah, but what's your assessment of Jake Brendel?
I like Brindle, and
I think he's pretty good, actually. And myself, like it's been kind of weird, actually.
he's really athletic and much more athletic than 32-year-old Alex Mack and what we saw last year. There's no doubt about that. My thing is this, and I've said this repeatedly on my breakdowns that we do when we go through the coaching tape every week. He gets to where he's supposed to be perfectly, and he can block perfect for 1 count, 2 counts, and then that's where it falls apart. So a little bit of those longer developing running plays, he'll get there. And if you screenshot the first like second, 2 seconds, you're like, oh, perfect block. But players slide off and so are
Yeah,
still able to go make a play. So he's got to develop the positional strength. Athleticism is there to lock on and use his hands better and move his feet after contact. That's been my big issue. Snaps are great, assignments great, initial blocks great. It's just maintaining those blocks for longer period of time, which is difficult to do. And he's been in the league for a long time. So is there going to be a lot more development in his game? I'm not sure. But man, he's so good for a count and a half. If we could just get that development 3 to 4 seconds in, it's going to make a big difference on this 49ers offense. And that's one of the things I'm going to be watching all year because that has to be enhanced. Has to.
yeah, yeah. No, I think all I was looking for in this offseason, because I had such low expectations for Brindle, that
Yeah.
that I think that the fact that he wasn't just getting ran over every play, that I was like, oh, okay, this might be all right. And like you said, he does get to the second level. He is athletic. He does get to the second level, and he did make a couple of good blocks, with stunts, and that he picked up a couple of stunts. I thought that was really a good sign for him, especially consider. But it'll be interesting because I don't think a lot of teams besides the Texans have really been using their ones on the defensive line. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how it's going to look when we go up against a really good defensive line.
A really big nose tackle because we don't have even Javon Kinlaw, who's kind of our power piece inside. He's down to like 315.
Yeah,
Going against, a 340, 350-pound nose tackle, it's going to be interesting
yeah,
because Brindle's at his best when he's moving laterally. He's not at
hmm,
his best at the point of contact, as we just discussed. But man, if he's moving, we're successful. It's just, man, going up against like an Ndamukong Suh type guy,
yeah,
that's gonna be the test. Just
yeah,
that's what it's gonna be.
yeah. Thankfully, I don't think anybody's picked Dominic and Sue up yet, but